Good morning. This is a training video. Do not share this video. This is a post about Anthony Caza. He's going through some negative press. He said some things on video that to his competitor, he called his wife his competitor's wife a nasty name, and now he has negative press. So I wrote a comment here. You can read. I wrote a sub comment here. So the idea is to post sub comments from every profile and just talk about, how negative press affects us all. And that we should have a plan in place, or my plan is in place, or I've been planning to put my plan in place. Now this urges me to get my plan in place. I will be contacting Leo next week. Are you available next week so we can get this plan in place? We should all be ready for this. It's not when it happens. It's not if it's going to happen, it's when it's going to happen. It happens way too many times and we're not always in control. So do that from every post or every profile. Also, while you're on posts like this, not just this post, we're stopped talking about negative press. Now we're talking about adding connections. As you can see, I'm very close to 30,000 connections on my profile. And when you access my profile, always access it from computer 3. And then that way you can see whether the programs are working or not. You don't want to you don't want to have too many people working on the same profile. But while you're on any post like this, you always add more connections, especially from my profile. So you hover over people who liked it. I've already done this one, so I'm just going through the process because LinkedIn is not allowing me to add more connections. So this is the only way that I can add more connections to my profile is by hovering over people who have commented up here or even commented down here. So unfortunately, this is a very slow way of doing this, but it's the only way I'm going to get my connections over the 30,000 range, so they can give me another button where it says follow. So I need that follow button. So, and make sure, again, you don't do this too much. And again, I've done this yesterday, so a lot of these I've already sent connection requests. So do not spend more than 30 minutes per profile. I've seen way too many people, especially on Facebook, accepting every connection request or every friend request. That is extremely dangerous because you look like a robot when you do that. So accept every second or third, leave it for 10 minutes or so, then come back and accept every second or third. Not every second, not every third, every second or third, so you don't look like a robot. So please make sure these profiles don't get deleted when you're doing that. See, I've already asked for these connections. And also, there's nothing wrong with posting a second comment somewhere else. Like if someone says a really interesting comment, you can also post another comment. So how do you determine how many comments you need for my original comment to take control or to take over the conversation, right? You look at where it says most relevant, you switch that to most relevant to most recent, then you switch it back again to most relevant. That way it will show you, usually it does, which conversation has the most comments. And it's now reloading. But if you scroll down, why is it stopping? Oh, load more comments. If you scroll down, usually, why isn't it loading? So when you scroll down, you'll generally see some comments that have about 30 likes and 3 or 4 comments. So you know if you want mine to take over that, you need to have more than 30 likes, or you need to have, if they have 3 comments, if you have 20 comments on it, then it will really take over the conversation. So again, never do anything unless you're going to take over a conversation. If you go into a conversation like this one has 226 comments already, 227 comments now, and it has 9,500 views already. So something like this is important to take control of this conversation. And what do I mean by taking control? You want everybody that comes and looks at this post, my comment will be the first one they see. So they're going to read 3 or 4 or 5 comments. You want my comment to be the first one they see, okay? Because we need followers. And again, you want to also share the link, copy link to comment on Facebook, Instagram, and so on. So this is what I was talking about, doing smart work instead of hard work. Susan, Tiffany, obviously with pretty pictures, get a lot of connection requests. So you can ask, or Susan can ask on Facebook and Instagram to help me out by posting a comment or liking a comment on my LinkedIn profile. Help me out and I will help you. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Okay. So as you're going through some of these comments, make sure you add connection requests. What else did I want to say? Don't do what I do up here either. Don't have too many tabs open. Like some of these could be deleted. I don't need Netflix on. The video channel I can always get later. These are some articles that I've been planning to read. The things to do today. Obviously, I try and keep the first top 10 as recent as possible. Once a month or once every 3 months or something, go through all of them or start from number 50 or start from somewhere, keep notes of what you've done. And from every profile, so here's number 50, from every profile, see if this is still relevant. Okay, Gary Vaynerchuk. See if this is still relevant and post comments. But if you're going to post comments, make sure you post comments to dominate the conversation. If it's too old, then highlight it and delete it. Okay. So we got to keep this clean. There's no point in having this stuff on here unless we're going to respond 3 or 6 months or even 12 months from today. If it's something that we can reactivate 6 or 12 months from today, then keep it there. If you're not sure, keep it there. But if it's something political, if it's something Trump did, 3 months ago, chances are it's not going to be relevant. If it's political, if it's more than 2 weeks old, delete it. But if it's something inspirational or something that could be reactivated 12 months from today, then keep it there and use it and share it on Facebook or share it on Instagram or whatever it is. Tony Robbins, chances are that's still going to be relevant 5 years from today, and so on. So what I wanted to show you is the red hot potential leads. This is something you should look at every 2 weeks or at least every month, because this is how I remind myself that I've had a conversation with a lot of these people, and these conversations oftentimes just run dry and they need to be reactivated. So connect from every profile and start a conversation. So chances are I've sent them the top 3 videos. And the top 3 videos are generally actually here they are, Business 101 and so on. So chances are they've seen it from my profile. And you should also be responding to your own comments from my profile. So I'm too busy. My job is to be speaking with clients, not to be responding to your profiles. So when you post a comment from Susan's profile as an example, remember that you need to respond to Susan's comment from my profile, okay? Because when you said something, you already know what I should be saying as a response. So you should be having a conversation back and forth. So most of the posts have, 40 to 60 comments. I would like some of these comments to be over 100. But I don't want them to be, between our own profiles. Invite people. So going back to the hot prospects list, invite these people to comment on it. Find, here's a builder, Lifetime Water System, contractor, Winnipeg, automotive. So automotive posts, you add, you get automotive people to comment on it because you're more likely to do it. Here's a builder. If we need, more videos for builders, specifically for builders, then, obviously I can do that. So let me know. Real estate agents, maybe you need to create a list for all active real estate agents. So you have them all on the list. When I post something that's relatable to a real estate agent, you already have a list of 50 real estate agents. You can automatically ask them to post a comment. But don't just ask them to post a comment, ask them something that will get them to engage. Okay, so nothing's coming to mind, something they're passionate about. Or even the negative press is something that you could ask real estate agents to post on, even though he's trying to downplay it. So that might not be fair to him because he's trying to downplay the negative press. And if we add a lot of people to it, he might resent us. So that's not a good example. But something positive, somebody's listing a beautiful house. Actually, a real estate agent just told me that he's listing, a huge property with 2 houses, 200 acres, and 2 houses that were 6,000 square foot each and stuff like that. He was an Indian guy. Maybe I can find him again. We should be able to turn a client like that who only had about 300 connections. We should be able to help him by getting him some clients and turning him into one of our clients as well. So I'll see if I can find it and post a comment, and I'll post it obviously on the list to post comments on. So have a look at these comments. Oh yeah, the hashtag list. When you have a chance, I have a whole list of hashtags, and they need to be put in order. I'll give you an example here. Hashtag email. So this is when I post, I generally use most of these, but I need them in order. Innovation, motivation, and so on are, what is it, 15 or 20,000 followers. But a lot of these lower on, I don't know, like Mastermind Group probably has, 1,000 followers. So The easiest way to do this is copy and paste this. I'll leave it here. Copy and paste this, create a post on any profile, it doesn't matter because you're going to delete it. Post it, then click on the actual link and you'll see how many followers there are on there. Then put them in order based on how many followers. I mean, it doesn't have to be an exact number, but within the nearest 1,000, okay? Because some of these in the middle business will have a lot of followers, but half full might have 5 followers. So that should be at the bottom of the list. So the higher followers should be at the top. Obviously, less followers should be at the bottom. So when I post a comment and there's too many words already in a comment, I have to delete the bottom half, depending on how many I need. Trump shouldn't be on here anymore. Youth activism obviously should not be here unless we're talking about the environment or something. Okay, what else? So these video links obviously have, here's the latest video link. It has automotive on here and it has the 33 tools, hands-on tools, the CEO club, the global owners should be on here as well. Instead of, what I've been doing recently is instead of sending them one video that they will not watch, I send them all of them. So when I remind them, you know, it's very important for you to watch it, then they may watch 2 or 3. As an example, I'm working with a roofer in Ottawa. When I send him this, he actually watched all of them, and he scheduled a phone meeting, and now he's probably going to become a client, which means we need to start a roofing group for the Ottawa area, or we need to, I have a roofing group. We need to find him quality roofers. That is his biggest complaint. He can't find quality people. So on global owners, we need to create a post to find roofers for Ottawa. Also, the group that I own, I think it's roofers or roofing professionals or something. We need to create a post again on that group that we need quality people for Ottawa. We also need to find Mark quality people, even though he hasn't asked recently, but they're always looking for quality people. Every client, I keep telling every client they should have a waiting list of 50 to 100 people that want to work for him. So they should always have a waiting list of people that are looking for jobs or subcontractors. So when they have a big job, they already have a list of people they can call or send an email to. Okay, so we need to be proactive in finding quality people for our clients. Sherry, that post for fogging wasn't done very well, so I've asked her to do another video. She's very shy and she's not doing it. So we need to come up with a strategy on how we're going to find Sherry clients. Now, Sherry, we originally started finding property managers for her, but that hasn't worked because property managers want stuff really cheap. So for Sherry, we need to find business owners or plants. She's the majority of her profit is being done by cleaning manufacturing plants. I toured one of her facilities and it was a printing company that she makes the most money on. It's a massive company, like 200,000 square foot building. It's a massive building that you need, you know, a car to drive around in, a golf cart to drive around in. So we need to find her manufacturing plants in Ontario, and she can do all of Ontario. She just uses subcontractors, all of Ontario. So we need to find manufacturing plants. So anytime you're commenting on someone who does manufacturing, whether it's automotive, um, anything like that, or even restaurants. She does restaurant cleaning. Obviously, you know, she does post-construction cleaning, so builders are a big market for her as well. But we need to focus on manufacturing. So if you have a few minutes, type in manufacturing on LinkedIn and see who comes up and send a connection request from other profiles. And if you need help with that, add me to the conversation or find a way of getting me the link or something. Okay, so what else on here? So we're not doing any of the face-to-face meetups anymore, so that's put on the shelf probably for another year, so forget about that right now. So some of this stuff could probably be deleted, but let's not focus on that right now. So let's focus on creating smart conversations. I think we need to add more people to conversations, inviting people to conversations, but there has to be a real reason why they want to engage. It has to be something more than just saying, you know, I would love to have your comment on this. That's not enough. That doesn't work. Also, Jacques, we need to find him work as well. Jacques is basically a copy of Sherry, so whatever you do for Sherry, you can do for Jacques in Ottawa. Okay, so I hope that helps. You should also be requesting the type of training videos or the type of help that you need. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Okay. Feel free to ask for questions. In terms of TeamViewer, we need to find a TeamViewer alternative, and that's what I was saying before. We've been talking about finding alternative to TeamViewer for several months now. We should have been prepared for this. So it might be go to PC or something like that. Anyways, I'll find an alternative. Talk to you soon. Bye.